Myron has got that eyebrow raised because he knows that he's talking mad wild shit that he wouldn't say to his fucking face. He wouldn't carry himself that way.
We're not being subservient to you. We're just letting you know that, like, hey,
you laid down and you're all spread out for me. What, are you gonna beat my ass? What are you saying?
I never said that.
But that's the thing. It's like, oh, he knows. That's why his head goes to, oh, you're gonna fight me. It's like, because he knows you can't talk the way he talks to them, calling him subservient, doing all this shit, if they were face to face. In real life, and not on this internet shit, Ethan is a fucking punk bitch. He walks with his fucking head down. He fucking sits down when he pees because he's a fucking pussy. This motherfucker would not fucking act any kind of way if it wasn't through a fucking Zoom call.
Anybody in studio for these types of debates.
Okay, well, here's the thing with me. I like to, be able to look a man in his eye when he disagrees with me, and we can have a civil conversation, right? And make sure that, it stays integrity-based, respectful, etc. Because I'm pretty confident you wouldn't have said half the things you said on the Zoom call.
Everything I said to your face every fucking time.
Then let's set it up in person, meet in person.
I don't want you in my studio.
Oh,
who cares,
now how about you come to Miami?
Upset?
How about you come to Miami?
Upset. You have a six-pack, and so you think that will intimidate me. Whenever over the internet, it seems that I have the edge.
He doesn't have the edge. That's the thing, though. He ended up looking like a whiny little bitch. Even on the, it's like, bro, you even look like a whiny little bitch on the internet, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Alrighty, so this is where this is probably the most interesting part, or what I thought was the most interesting part, where they get into specifics about not wanting to, Ethan Klein of H3 being a coward. I mean, he is a coward. Seems more of a coward than anything else. Didn't want to, have the supposed debate, which basically fell apart and became just, hey, explain this thing to me. Hey, oh, you did this. I want an explanation on why. He was basically calling him, Zionist he was basically calling them anti-Semitic, calling them assaulters, or preying on women. So it wasn't really a debate. It was basically like, convince me you're not what I think you are, which is not probably the best way to handle situations when it comes to difference of opinion. Ethan just attacked Fresh and Fit, and made it see and hit it through the guides of, we're gonna have a debate on masculinity, have a debate on the modern man and how he should move in these times with these women. But it was just basically a ruse to get Fresh and Fit on a Zoom call to poke at and use clipped out of context clips to basically make them or explain themselves, basically, or rationalize their stance. So not very much of a debate at all. But this is the part that I wanted to more get into, because it does show the cowardice of Ethan Klein of H3. He's truly a coward. He basically sets it up as, oh no, I don't want it in studio, whether them at his studio or him at theirs, because he knows he's gonna say things that are he can't be a keyboard warrior face to face. You can't be a keyboard warrior when you can't be insulting and degrading in front of someone's face, especially when those people won't tolerate fuckery. If you are gonna talk, then there's gonna be ramifications, so when men meet and they have business to handle, most of the time it can be hashed out amicably. But if you want to virtue signal, or not just virtue signal, but show your audience that you're some kind of tough guy and you'll say whatever you want, the best way to do that is through Zoom, most likely. So there was no way in hell Ethan was going to go either to their studio or his, or have them at his studio. And it shows the true cowardice. And this is the like real soy boy shit. This is not how men move. This is how cowards move. And that's why he's losing a following, because the people that probably watched him it was a different time, but now people can see he's a bitch, basically a real pussy. So people don't like that. People aren't interested in watching, the majority of people don't want to see little, bitch boys. But let's check it out. And I'll do my commentary over.
Oh, what do we do?
Well, decline. I mean, at this point, I don't know. This is your debate.
Yeah, I mean, that's a historical fact. What I told you.
You guys are being very subservient to me right now. I like that.
It's also very crazy that he would say you're being like, just the implications of them being like black guys and be like, oh, you're being subservient to me. Like, you always have to wonder when people are, how they're choosing their words. And this white Jewish dude, you know, like, he wouldn't call them subservient to him in their fucking face, because if somebody called me subservient to them, they'd get fucking slapped in the fucking face. I'm like, you're about to look like a bitch right now. So that's why Fresh and Fit, that's why Myron has got that eyebrow raised, because he knows that he's talking mad wild shit that he wouldn't say to his fucking face. He wouldn't carry himself that way.
We're not being subservient to you. We're just letting you know that, like, hey,
you laid down and you're all spread out for me.
That's strange.
What, Piglet?
I call this civil debate, which, you know, on our end, we've been very professional.
Yeah.
We've been avoiding ad hominems. You've been taking a lot of ad hominems.
Most
you
of
haven't
the
really
debate's
even
been pretty civil on Fresh and Fit's part, and they didn't have to be. Also, it wasn't really a debate. I'm not going to play any of the actual debate portion because it was not a debate at all. It was just defend your actions. Ethan from H3 being like, and what about this? And it wasn't a debate at all.
debated any of our ideas. You've come at us more than actually attacking any of our ideas or our viewpoints. You've just been coming at us the whole time, which is cool. I expected that you would do this, which is why we were prepared.
Okay, so you can't be that disappointed.
No. I mean, I knew you would do this.
Is there anything you want to ask me?
Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's like, you're not alpha, bro. You're a fucking bitch.
What does that matter?
It does matter, you fucking cowards.
Oh, okay. So alpha, but you didn't want to have this conversation in person like I wanted to.
Who cares?
Oh, now it's who cares. I think that's a pretty important detail, Ethan.
Why?
You know, that sounds pretty subservient that you want to do it on the internet and not in person.
What?
Oh, okay. Now it's not so subservient now, huh?
Zoom is subservient?
No, I'm telling you that I wanted to have this conversation in person and you don't want to do it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, see, he knows that he can't say anything. He's like, oh, yeah, I am a fucking bitch. He knows he's a fucking punk ass.
For Zoom, I do all these kind of interviews on Zoom.
Oh, yeah, well, I think that says a lot.
It's crazy that a person that has visual, like, Tourette's is trying to talk shit. It's like, bro, you can't even fucking control your fucking eyebrows and your hand motions. Your fucking face is all contorted. You can't even, like, control the fucking weird spasms that you have to just be like, oh, I'm some fucking boss. It's like, bro, you're fucking have like Tourette's, or I don't know what the fuck he has. He has like make some weird mannerisms. This guy's a fucking stupid ass.
What, are you gonna beat my ass? What are you saying?
I never said that.
But that's the thing. It's like, oh, he knows. That's why his head goes to, oh, you're gonna fight me. It's like, because he knows you can't talk the way he talks to them, calling him subservient, doing all this shit, if they were face to face in real life, and not on this internet shit. Ethan is a fucking punk bitch. He walks with his fucking head down. He fucking sits down when he pees because he's a fucking pussy. This motherfucker would not fucking act any kind of way if it wasn't through a fucking Zoom call. So he knows, hey, when it's man to man, you talk respectful, you know, you actually have a debate. The debate, a real debate would have happened if it was face to face. It would have been a lot more productive, because the whole conversation itself, it wasn't productive at all. But it wasn't productive because it was just Ethan being like, explain this to me. But he wouldn't have acted that way if they were in a face-to-face conversation. The worst part is that he thinks he's like correct. He thinks that his actions are right because he has his team or whoever, the people that work for him, laugh and applaud. And it's just like, your team benefits from them laughing and applauding. It's like an echo chamber. They're just like, yeah, you're right, bro. It's like, bro, they're saying you're right because you fucking pay them, you fucking idiot.
Why would I be scared? You're implying I'd be scared if you came to the office.
You are fucking scared, bitch.
Right?
I don't know why you didn't want to do it. I don't know why. You tell us why you didn't want to do it in person.
Well, I'll tell you why. Because when I do these types of interviews with people, it's good to have an out for us and you. Sometimes they get contentious, sometimes they get heated. And when it's on Zoom, we can just hang up and carry on. And same with you guys. So that's why I've never had.
The difference between Ethan and in Fresh and Fit and even if you don't like Fresh and Fit's ideas, fuck it, that doesn't matter. But if someone disagrees with them or wants to talk to them, with the Andrew Schultz and the Flagrant team, they were there, they were in the oven, they kept being harassed, not just by one guy, but 4 different people, and they sat through the fire and was like, no, well, these are our beliefs, this is what we think. And they were getting called all kinds of, you're corny, lame, this and that. They were just like, well, we have different opinions, you know, we're not into, you know, black chicks, this and that, whatever they were talking about. But real men will be in there and defend their fucking beliefs. Ethan's a fucking coward. He's a fucking, he might have money, he might have a family, a wife and kids, but he's a fucking coward. You can tell. His fucking wife's a fucking loser. Like, just because you have having a wife doesn't matter if your fucking wife's a fucking ugly loser. Like, yeah, anyone can pick up a ugly loser wife. It's like, and produce ugly loser kids. He's not like proving that he's an alpha because he knew that if he didn't get with this fucking chick that's an ugly loser, he would have probably never been with anybody in his life. So, for like off the top, like Fresh and Fit aren't married and don't have kids because they have options. You know, the more options you have, you exercise those options. Ethan he has now options because he's rich, but prior to that, he had no fucking options. So it's not a flex that he's married and has kids. He saw the writing on the wall that he wasn't gonna have a lot of fucking options. So yeah.
Had anybody in studio for these types of debates.
Okay, well, here's the thing with me. I like to, you know, be able to look a man in his eye when he disagrees with me, and we can have a civil conversation, right? And make sure that, you know, it stays integrity-based, respectful, etc. Because I'm pretty confident he wouldn't have said half the things you said on the Zoom call.
Everything I said to your face every fucking time.
Then let's set it up in person and meet in person.
I don't want you in my studio.
Oh,
who cares,
how about you come to Miami?
Upset?
How about you come to Miami?
Upset. You have a six-pack, and so you think that will intimidate me. Whenever over the internet, it seems that I have the edge.
He doesn't have the edge. That's the thing, though. He ended up looking like a whiny little bitch. Even on the, it's like, bro, you even look like a whiny little bitch on the internet, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Nobody that's a real man heard this interview and was like,
success-wise,
he's got it.
Relationship-wise, family-wise.
You're making this very personal, Ethan. I just said I want to have a conversation in person. I just said we can have a conversation in person.
See, he knows no one brought up the fact that he could fuck him up, which Myron could beat the shit out of him, but no one brought it up. He's just like, hey, when real men talk, they talk face to face, they fucking hash it out. But cowards like Ethan, don't be a fucking coward. Man out there, all the men out there that follow Ethan and listen to him. And if you're a man and you even have one testicle, you grow your pair of balls and be a fucking real man, be an upstanding man. Myron is, you know, he might have sex with a lot of women. He might be crass. He might talk a certain way, but he walks the talk and he talks. You know, he does the real shit. Like, he's willing to sit down with people that even disagree with him and express his viewpoints and doesn't cower, you know, unlike Ethan.
You don't have a one-up on me?
No, I just said we can have this conversation in person. You don't want to do it, and that's fine. I think that signals a lot of things, but that's cool.
He's a bitch.
I mean, I'd be happy to have it in Miami.
2 weeks.
I'll fly you out here first class. We can have a conversation in person. I'm not saying that there's going to be any violence or anything like that.
Can you not express yourself over video call?
No, we absolutely can, but I'm saying you're trying to have this frame of like, oh, well, I'm the dominant one, blah, blah, blah. And I'm telling you, well, you didn't even want to do this in person.
You've been dominated today, my friend.
You didn't dominate anything, my friend. We debunked all of your points.
Nah, he was fucking
But we can continue on.
Watch this back.
Like I said, you've just been doing ad hominem attacks. You've been reaching, etc. We debunked a bunch of your points, which is fantastic.
Is there anything you guys want to ask me today? I'll give you the floor. I'll relinquish control briefly.
Like, look at him. He's fucking retarded. Like, my guy's got like some kind of, I don't know what the fuck is going on with his fucking face.
Ad hominem attacks. You've been reaching, etc. We debunked a bunch of your points, which is fantastic.
Is there anything you guys want to ask me today? I'll give you the floor. I'll relinquish control briefly for you guys to ask me something.
Like, if anyone saw this guy and didn't know who he was and saw him with his wife, be like, wow, look at this lady taking care of this special needs dude. Like, wow, oh wait, they have kids together? She married a special needs dude? That's fucking crazy.
No, it's fine. We've asked you a few questions. You said you wanted to debate on something with intersexual dynamics and dating. Go ahead. What did you want to ask? Would you want to debate? Because you're the one that asked to do this debate, by the way. You said you wanted to debate masculinity, dating, all this other stuff. None of that was actually covered, which is cool. I anticipated this would happen. But
Myron's smart. The worst part about Ethan is he underestimated how smart Myron actually is. I mean, he was a federal agent. I'm not saying you have to be the smartest person, but I think he went to Ivy League school, or he went to a pretty high school. He went to university. He's not an idiot. He's very well versed. He has a lot of knowledge. He reads. He obviously does his research. Ethan was not prepared. Thought he was dealing with some kind of like, I guess like, pickup artist guru type of guy, which Myron is definitely. I mean, I don't know if he's that, but he's for sure well versed in a lot of topics. I mean, he always seems like he's always taking notes. He's got a ton of knowledge. He schooled them early on about what a federal agent is and doesn't do, and who actually brings cases to the people that are going to prosecute. So Ethan looked out of his depth. But what I wanted to take away mostly from this is the contrast between men and cowards. This is a perfect example of how cowards move and how men move. If you ever have a disagreement with someone, you don't have to go to blows. But it's a lot harder to not, when you're hashing things out, it's a lot harder to not act up when you're face to face. The majority, 80% of people, once someone is face to face with you, most people will calm down or cower. They won't act the way they talk on the internet, because people talk mad crazy on the internet. But most of the time, when it's time to be about that action, it just doesn't happen. And that's my point, that Ethan's fan base, I'm not sure what it is. I don't know if it's mostly female. I'm assuming it's mostly female. I'm not sure. But if it is men listening to him, like, I'm not sure what kind of men are being bred by Ethan Klein. Like, I don't know what, I guess he's a commentary channel, but his commentary is being done by, if you can take commentary from anyone, if all commentary is essentially the same, but there's a guy that has this shit together as far as like physicality, knowledge based, knows how to be rational, versus a guy that's almost 40 and talks like he's like a 21-year-old college. This is the problem with a lot of the people on the left and leftists. Their brains got stuck in 21-year-old college guy and like hipster kind of vibe. And they think that because they're so alt that they're cool, but it's like, you look like an idiot in your 40s. I guess that's one of my problems with Destiny, that he's still trying to like be that like hipster kind of dude. And it's like, bro, you're a fucking father. You're fucking almost 40. Like, bro, you need to wake the fuck up, and Ethan, also. And I feel like people, since there's been so many in the beginning, YouTube and, internet culture was so like, I feel like nerdy and like, all it was like alternative people, that now that the majority, almost everybody's on the internet, they're starting to be exposed as cowards and bitches. But that's pretty much all I wanted to show. If you watched and stay till the end, thanks for watching, and like, subscribe, comment down below, hit that notification bell. I'm gonna be trying to post at 12 in the afternoon Pacific and 6 p.m. Pacific, Monday through Friday, not Saturday, or Sunday through Friday, not Saturday, because that's when I edit, do research, handle things that I need to handle throughout the week. I like to do that on Saturday. But yeah, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. We're out here cooking these motherfuckers. Let's go. It's the new age. Later.